Welcome to the third lesson. My name is Alex, and this is Alex the Pi Guy. Today is going to be on the exponent rules. We're continuing where we left off from last time. So we're going to start by asking ourselves some questions to expand our understanding of using exponents past where we were using 4 as exponents being explicitly positive real numbers. So for the first question, we're going to just ask, what if we have an exponent that is 0? So if we have an exponent that is 0, well, we can write 0 as being the subtraction of the same number. I've put here that b is a real number and b is greater than 0, so it matches up with our current definition of exponents. But using our exponent rules from last time, we can write b minus b as a to the b divided by a to the b. And when we divide something by itself, no matter what it is, except for 0, we get 1. So long as a is not 0. So for any base that isn't 0, that base, the exponent of 0, is 1. Taking that a step further, now we ask ourselves, what if the exponent is a negative real number? So when we have a negative real number, we can do something that we just did. We write that negative real number as 0 minus that number. And if we use that third exponent rule again, we can write it as a division of a to the 0 divided by a to the b. Luckily, we already know what a to the 0 is. That's 1. We just found that out. And then we're left with a to the b on the denominator. Thus, a to the negative b is 1 over a to the b. Now we're going to get a little crazy. We're going to take a base to an exponent, and then we're going to put all of that to another exponent. So when we do that, we can expand that using our definition of an exponent for the c guy. So then we have a to the b times a to the b, and we do that c times. Well, then we can use that second exponent rule to change all of these multiplications of the same base to adding all the powers together. So we have a to the b plus b plus b plus b, so that we have c b's total. Well, that's pretty easy, because that's just b times c. So in the end, when we have a to the exponent of b to the exponent of c, we just multiply the powers and get a to the b times c. And this actually creates our fourth rule. All right, so that's all of the rules. I just written them all down as a quick summary here. I recommend you have a sheet that's just the rules. So anytime you're doing your homework, you can just pull up that sheet to have beside you, and you can refer to these as you need them. I've labeled these two as not being rules because they're just kind of results we can derive from the rules. That's it for this video. After this, I'm just going to have a quick 1 minute to talk about fractional exponents. You shouldn't come across these at all, but they're not too hard to explain, and just knowing what they are will be nice to know. So if that's all you're watching, then thank you for watching. If you like this content, maybe consider subscribing, drop me a like, let me know in the comments what you like, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see more of, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. And now onto the aside on fractional exponents. Remember, you shouldn't come across any of this stuff, but it doesn't hurt to know what it is. So we can define our fractional exponent, where we have a to the power of b over c, as the cth root of a to the b, which is also equivalent to the cth root of a, all to the exponent of b. Now, a cth root is probably very similar to what you've maybe heard of before, square roots. And really that's all it is. It just depends on the number of times I'm multiplying. Where a square root, we're asking for the number that I multiply by itself to get the result. In a cth root, I'm asking for the number that I put to the exponent of c to get the base. And just to note here that square roots are simply exponents of 1/2. So all of our exponent rules that we just learned still work with fractional exponents. You just have to work with fractions, and that's not always easy. but it's nothing that's you can't do. And so I thought it'd be nice to just point it out here. Anyways, that's it for the video. I'm Alex the Pie Guy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.